في عندنا باك اس ماس ام، الماس هي 100 جرامز of center of mass G may slide along an inclined track. فأنا في عندي ramp أو inclined plane that makes an angle alpha with the horizontal so that sin alpha is equal to 0.4. Thus G moves along x prime x. x prime x اللي هو x axis. Usually we have it as a horizontal بس هون نعمل مع inclined plane. Parallel to the track as shown in figure 1. Take G as 10 meters per second squared. Okay. We release S without initial velocity. Without initial velocity has an indication. Indication تبع without initial velocity هيكون إنه ال V equals 0. At instant t0 and at the end of each time interval tau اللي هي time interval 50 millisecond لازم نعملها convert ل seconds. So هنعمل هالشي هلا. أول شي الماس هنكتب الجبن ونعمل conversions. الماس is 100 grams يعني it is 100 times 10 to the power of negative 3 بيطلع عندي 0.1 kilograms. sin alpha هي 0.4 given G is 10 meters per second squared. time interval هي 50 milliseconds يعني بتصير 50 times 10 to the power of negative 3 بيطلع عندي 0.05 seconds. Okay. Part A أول سؤال. Verify that the speed of the puck at instants T2 and T4 اللي هن given are V2 and V4 respectively. طيب أنا إذا بدي أحسب V2 هاخد النقطة اللي قبلها والنقطة يلي بعدها يعني G1 G3 over tau 3 minus tau 1. فبيطلع عندي من التابل بنجيب الداتا. يصير في عندي أنا G1 G3 لأحصلها لازم يطلع عندي أنا أول شي G0 G1 minus G0 G3 minus G0 G1 over T3 هي 3 tau 3 periods والT1 هي 1 period. فبصير 4.5 minus 0.5. هذا الجبن كان بالسنتيمترز لازم نحول convert لمترز times 10 to the power of negative 2 على 2 tau هون بتصير 2 into 0.005 0.05. يعني هاي هون حتكون هي التاو اللي هي التايم انترفال اللي هي بالأساس 50 times 10 to the power of negative 3. يطلع الجواب عندي 0.4 meters per second for V2. هنعمل ال V4 بنفس الطريقة. ال V4 النقطة اللي قبلها واللي بعدها حتكون عندي أنا G3 G5 over التايم اللي هو حيكون عندي أنا T5 minus T3. فبتصير G0 G5 minus G0 G3 لنطلع الديسبيسمنت أو الدايركت ديستانس بين 3 و 5 على T5 اللي هي 5 time intervals minus T3 اللي هي 3 time intervals. بنعوض ال values. G0 G5 هي 12.5 centimeters minus G0 G3 هي 4.5 centimeters. فبنحول times 10 to the power of -2 على 5 intervals minus 3. Calculate the mechanical energy of the system Earth Puck Earth at the instant T0, T2 and T4, knowing that the horizontal plane through G0 is taken as a gravitational potential energy. Okay, so أنا لما في عندي هنعمل figure. إذا أنا في عندي الباك is like this مثلا. Okay. بلش من هون، وأنا كان معطيني إنه هون ال potential energy gravitational is 0 joules على المين figure، وعم بقول لي إنه كانت ال initial velocity مثل ما حكينا من شوي كانت 0. ال v at the initial position كانت 0 meters per second طبعا. فهلا بهالبارت لما أنا بدي أحسب الميكانيكال انرجي at t equals 0 حقول هي kinetic energy at t equals 0 plus gravitational potential energy، أو فينا نكتبها بغير طريقة. potential energy gravitational at t equals 0. so بيطلع الانسر عندي هون 0 joules لأنه initially at t equals 0 ما كان في motion، so بتطلع kinetic energy 0 والpotential energy هي 0 at the reference level. هلا الميكانيكال energy at t equals 2 هي kinetic energy at t equals 2 plus gravitational potential energy at t equals 2. kinetic energy هي 1 over 2 m v squared، بس لأن عم باخد at instant 2 so حيكون في عندي هون 2 plus ال potential energy gravitational هي m g h كمان حيكون 2. نحن عنا الانجل الفا هون هي نفسها حتكون الانجل الفا هون. أنا إذا كان عندي position 2 at this point so هون حنعتبر إنه G2 وأخدت هاي، فهاي حتكون حنغير الألوان هي H2 هون. أوكي، إذا بناخد هالتراينجل نشوف إنه ال H2 هو الأوبوزيت للألفا. نحن بنعرف إنه sin alpha is equal to opposite over hype. So sin alpha is equal to الأوبوزيت لساين ألفا هون حيكون H2 over الهايبتنس اللي هو هون إذا عندي G0 to G2. فبيطلع عندي إنه ال H2 is equal to G0 G2 sin alpha. ال H2 equals 2 times 10 to the power of -2 sin alpha هي given as 0.4 يطلع ال H2 هو 0.008 meters. كمان مرة هاي الانجل الفا هي نفس هاي الانجل الفا لأنه alternating angles the Z shape. نرجع للفورمولا بنعوض الفاليوز. حيصير في عندي هون 1/2 الماس هي 0.1 كيلوغرام. ال V2 طلعناها بالبارت اللي قبل 0.4 سكويرد بلس الماس 0.1 G is 10 وال H2 هي 0.008. يطلع الانسر ل ME2 هو 0 جولز. هلا بعد عنا ME4. to find ME4 نفس الطريقة هنغير الفونت كلر. ME4 equals KE4 plus gravitational potential energy 4. So here 1/2 mv4 squared plus mgh4. كمان مرة إذا اعتبرت إنه we consider that G4 is at this position فهي حتكون H4. بس في شغلة نظبطها بالبارت اللي قبله. هي هون قبل ما يكمل بالام اي 4 لأنه كانت الجي 2 تحت الريفرنس ليفل below the reference level يا إما بحط النيجاتيف ساين with the H أو فيني إنه أعمل شيء تاني which is بقول لأنه ال object is under the reference level then it will be a negative GPE and this is more correct. Okay. So بنفس الطريقة اللي طلعنا فيها H2 هنطلع H4 بس H4 هيكون G0 G4 sin alpha. So H4 is equal to 8 centimeters times 10 to the power negative 2 multiplied by 0.4. So بتطلع ال H4 هي 0.032 meters. Now we replace. يصير عندي هون 1/2 الماس هي 0.1 ال V4 عملنا calculation من شوي طلعت 0. Can we suppose that the puck moves without friction along the trail? Without friction, the indication without friction يعني when the friction is not there then the mechanical energy is conserved. The mechanical energy is conserved. Let's check if this is valid. ME at T equals 0 was 0 joules. ME at T equals 2 was 0 joules. ME, the mechanical energy at T equals 4 was 0 joules. So they were both equal. ME0 equals ME2 equals ME4 equals 0 joules. This indicates that the mechanical energy is conserved. Since mechanical energy is conserved, okay, determine the variation in the linear momentum delta P equals P4 minus P2 of S during delta T اللي هي T4 minus T2. Okay, delta P equals P4 minus P2. Delta P is equal to M V 4 هغيرها شوي MV4 I minus MV2 I. X prime X was this one, so the puck was going this way, so الموشن كانت على X prime X, so Y prime Y, if I want to draw it, Y prime Y, there was no motion. That's why I'm considering I, which is the unit vector of the x-axis or the x prime x. يعني delta P is equal to M common factor into V4I minus V2I. Delta P equals 0.1. ال V4 عملنا الكالكوليشن شوي, it was 0.8 I minus ال V2 0.4 I. Delta P is equal to, after doing the calculation, 0.04 I. Name the forces acting on S during its motion. Okay. Whenever there's a mass, then there is a force of gravity acting on it. فإذا there is the force of gravity acting on it, اللي هي الويت. ودايما when an object is placed on a surface بيكون في عندي reaction normal force, so reaction normal force هيكون perpendicular to the surface. الويت في عنده two components. هيكون في عندي هون WY, هون WX. So to answer the question, the force is acting the weight of S, which is W, the normal reaction of the path of the track. Show that the resultant summation of forces of these forces may be written as mg sine alpha I. Okay. Summation of forces has two components. Summation of forces on X and summation of forces on Y. On Y, there's no motion. From the previous part, we had on y-axis, I will draw the axis only. This is x prime, and this is y, so x prime x and y prime y. Okay. So the forces that we had في عندي WY or WJ actually, وفي عندي هون W X. هون في عندي normal force normal reaction force. So summation forces on Y is equal to 0 newtons because the forces on the y-axis are balancing each other. Our shear motion is occurring over the ramp, over the inclined plane, not up and down along the y direction. So N and Wy, they balance each other. We will get summation of y is equal to 0. Then the only thing left is summation fx. So summation fx is the same as summation f. So now I can replace summation f by the only force on the x prime x is wx. So it is wx. Okay. How to calculate wx? This was w, the main component. So this was alpha. Wx is opposite to the angle. This is alpha. Okay, and this is also alpha. Wx will opposite to alpha. Wx always on the inclined plane is equal to mg sine theta. So mg sine theta will unit vector, since it's on the x-axis, I. Alpha, not theta, same thing. Mg sine alpha I. Okay. Going back to the y-axis just to clarify it more. N is only on the y-axis, so N is equal to Nj. Wy, assuming that delta t is very small, delta p by delta t may be considered equal to dp by dt. Show that the Newton's second law is verified between the two instants 2 and 4. Okay, Newton's second law, which is summation f is equal to ma. Summation f is equal to m. A I will replace it by dv by dt, since the acceleration is the derivative of the velocity. Okay. M dv by dt, so summation f is equal to the momentum is mv, so it will be dp, we replace mv by p by dt. If we replace now, summation f is equal to the change in momentum, which is delta p that we found it before, over delta t. The change in momentum was 0.04 I, that occurred over 0.1 second. So we will get that the summation of force is equal to 0.4 I. This is the first step. Now, in the previous part, we found that summation f is equal to mg sine alpha I. So summation f is equal to, the mass is 0.1, g is 10, sine alpha is 0.4 I. Summation f is equal to 0.4 I. So summation f equals 0.4 I, summation f equals 0.4 I. then we can conclude that the second law of Newton is verified.